Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is my first video of 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, guys, it's been hectic, very hectic. But I'm back, so what's good, honey?
I pray that we unmask ourselves from everything that allows us to love. Because love is true freedom. And that's where our freedom is.
Welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are an oldie but a goodie. So today's video, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible, quick, straight to the point. Yes, so I wrote a post on my Facebook a couple of years ago. I think it was in 2019 or 2018, between the 2 years, where I was basically telling matriculants not to stress or panic if they got an admission to a higher certificate or diploma and they want to do a bachelor degree in university. So it was like a little bit of a tip as to how they could do that. And initially it was just for my small Facebook audience, my my Facebook really is just there. So I didn't expect it to get as much feedback as it did, and each and every day, guys, I kid you not, I will insert a little video recording somewhere here of like the amount of DMs, especially on Facebook, the amount of Facebook inbox requests that I get each and every day, whereby people are like, "Hi sis, could you please explain the post a bit further, like what were you talking about?" And instead of answering each and every person individually, because it's really hard, it's super duper hard because it's a lot of people, like I kid you not, it's a lot of people. And at first I'd send them voice notes and explain everything, but now it's just getting too much and it's quite overwhelming. So I decided I'll just film this video, and whenever someone asks, I'll just send them a link. I'll just send a link and pass now. Like, you guys, I'd love to respond to each and every one and communicate with you guys, but it's quite hard. Okay, so I'm just gonna explain that whole process. I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. Yeah, and if you're new, you know, you might as well subscribe, you might as well join the family. I can't be giving you so much information for free, aibo. So please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and do all that fun stuff. You can also comment down below and ask me any questions in case I don't clarify something that you need clarity on. And yeah, should you make it into varsity, my friend, you want to check this video out this side. Yes, this video out where I explain how to slay online learning, because it seems like online learning is not gonna leave us anytime soon. The vaccine expiring, you know what, it's a whole mess. So anyways, let's get right into the video. Small disclaimer, I don't want people coming for me. Small disclaimer, I am not an educational worker, educational specialist. I don't work for the Department of Education or the Department of Higher Education. I am just someone who's going to be talking about her own personal experience, something I have been through. Okay, so don't come for me and tell me, "Oh, you lied." How am I lying if it's something I went through? Yes, so I'm just going to be sharing my personal experience. I'm not saying that everything I say will be like 100% for, you know, everyone. Our journeys do differ, and yeah, hopefully you will get what you want, you'll get your answers. But yeah, that's just my little small disclaimer. I'm not saying everything that I'm saying right now is 100%. It could be that maybe, because I mean, I did this a while ago, so things could have changed, I don't know. But yeah, it's also very important that you guys do your own research. Please do your own research after this video. I'm gonna try and put the links to every website that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to put links to websites that might help you even further and educate you even further in my description box, so do check that out. And yeah, I've done a lot of talking, let's just get into it. Okay, so as I have mentioned, I'm going to tell you guys about my experience and what I did and how it worked for me. So yeah, it's an educational video, but it's more about my experience and what I did. So in 2014, I matriculated in 2014. Yeah, my results were not the best. Like, they were not horrible, they just were not what I expect. Well, I sort of knew they were not going to be amazing. Anyways, in 2015 when I went to get my statement from school, 2015 January, I was not 100% impressed. Like I was like 60% impressed. Okay, so in 2015 I decided that I was going to go upgrade my matric, and I went to a certain institution that is based in Braamfontein. I don't want to say the name of the institution, but I feel like a lot of people know that school. Yes. Yeah, I went there, and funny enough, like the people who went there before me, people that I knew who went there before me, they were telling me, girl, don't do it, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, don't do it. But I still did it anyways. Why? Because Thomas and so anyways, I went there and I graded my matric. 2016 came January, we had to go fetch our statements, and again it was honestly a waste of a whole year, because guys, the moment I got there, I could tell from the atmosphere, the vibe, everyone was so pissed. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's the school itself or what, because literally everyone I know who went to that school was complaining, but also people that I know who didn't go to the same school will also, like, they also complain about matric upgrades and all of that. Like it's not always a good idea. I'm not saying don't do it, please, I am not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying if maybe you have done it before and it didn't work out for you, as it doesn't work out for a lot of people, or if you just don't feel like doing it, then there is like a plan B. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So now I was frustrated, I was stressed, like what am I gonna do? So I was told about, well, I found out about certain universities having certain programs whereby you can go there and do a year of, they call it foundation. So you do a year of foundation in certain universities. I know UKZN had it once upon a time. Was it UKZN or UNISA? I think it was UKZN. Again, I'll link, like I'll mention the universities that have it, the ones that I know. And yeah, quite a number of universities actually have foundation phase. So what happens in foundation is that, say you want to,
One eternity later.
okay, so what happens in foundation is that, say you want to do a degree in education, a B.Ed takes 4 years. Yeah, it takes 4 years. So you'll do an extra year, but that extra year is not part of your bachelor degree. You might do some credits in your foundation whereby you'll be accredited for them in your bachelor degree, but it does not count as part of your bachelor degree. So before you get into your bachelor degree, you'll do a year of foundation whereby you learn like the basics of education, and it sort of covers up for, you know, the stuff that maybe, you know, mostly for you to get admitted to a university and do a certain stream or a certain degree that you want to do, there's a certain set of requirements that you have to reach, and if you don't reach those requirements, you can then go into foundation, and then if you pass your foundation phase correctly, then you can go into your bachelor degree. So I found out about these universities having foundation programs and stuff like that, and I applied at a number of them. And then another friend of mine came and told me about Monash University. I don't know if it's still called Monash University, or I think it's IIE Monash now because of that whole thing, it being sold to IIE or something like that. But I went to Monash in 2016 and I did my foundation in psychology. So in Monash, their foundation program is quite different. Well, I know of other institutions as well that have a similar foundation program, but what happens in Monash is that in your foundation program you're actually doing a higher certificate. So you know how when you pass your matric, they tell you if passing or age or D or B. Passing or age basically means that you got an admission to a higher certificate, meaning that you can only do a higher certificate. Passing or D means that you got an admission to a diploma, meaning that you can only do either a diploma or a higher certificate. And then passing or B means you got an admission to a bachelor degree, meaning that from now on you can either do bachelor degree, diploma, or higher certificate. I think by now you guys all know how that whole situation works. So in MWAHHH we did a higher certificate. I wanted to do social sciences because I'm doing psychology and I wanted to do psychology, so psychology falls under social sciences. So what happens is, should you decide that you want to do business, you'll have to do a higher certificate in business. I know another friend of mine, she also did a higher certificate but in a different institution, not in MWAHHH. She did a higher certificate in office management and she's currently doing a bachelor of, what do they call those degrees? A BBA, I think. So let's go business. But yeah, she's doing a bachelor degree in business. I think, I'm not too sure what the degree itself is, but she's somewhere there in business. So if you want to do a degree that is in social sciences, you have to do a higher certificate that is related to social sciences. You can't do a degree, you can't do a higher certificate in social sciences and then say that you want to be admitted into a bachelor degree go accounting. Like, it doesn't work that way. If you want to go to accounting, you have to do a higher certificate that is related to accounting. If you want to do education, you know, I don't know if they have a higher certificate in education, but yeah, you can always go and find out. So yeah, that is what I did. I did a higher certificate in social sciences because I wanted to do psychology, which is a Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Social Sciences. And then yeah, from there on I was able to get admitted into a bachelor degree in psychology. Oh, I forgot to mention this. When I passed my matric, I got an admission to a diploma and I did not want to do a diploma. So mainly because there's no diploma in psychology. I don't think there is one, but yeah, so that's what I did. And then after doing my higher certificate, I was then able to get admitted into bachelor degree. But here's the thing with the higher certificate: once you have done your higher certificate, you have to take your certificate and your matric certificate, the higher certificate that you have obtained and your matric certificate, and then now you go to this matriculation board. When you get to the matriculation board, I will put their link down below as well. When you get to the matriculation board, you submit your higher certificate and your matric certificate, and then they are able to convert the status of your matric certificate to admission to a bachelor degree. Because if you have an admission to a diploma, you are not allowed to do a bachelor degree. Or if you have an admission to a higher certificate, you can't do a diploma or a bachelor degree. So once you go to the matric board, the matriculation board of South Africa, they will then convert the status of your matric certificate from admission to diploma to admission to a bachelor degree. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So what I did was, the university that I'm in, they will accept you, I think. Well, I was accepted in both universities. They will accept you to do a bachelor degree, but they will tell you, they will let you know that by the time you graduate, that whole situation near matric board will be so sorted out. Because if time comes for graduation and you still haven't converted your matric certificate, you will not be allowed. According to the matriculation board and according to the Department of Higher Education, your degree is basically fraudulent because they gave you an admission to a diploma, and when you went and you studied a bachelor degree, which is again what I always tell people, fly by night, these fly by night institutions, that there's no way you can pass your matriculation with an admission to an H and then you get a university or a college and they're like, no, don't worry, you can do a bachelor degree in our university. You'll be wasting your time, because by the time you have to get registered or by the time you have to basically graduate, university, not university, but Department of Education is not gonna recognize you. Because why? Because when are you supposed to get a higher certificate or a diploma, and here you are sitting with a bachelor degree? And obviously if the university you went to is fraudulent, then you don't have the proper documentation to convert your status, your matric result status, into an admission to a bachelor degree. So in conclusion, you know, let me just give you the synopsis of what I was saying, the summary, just in case someone got lost, because I said a lot. Say you passed your matric with an admission to a diploma or a higher certificate, kodwa when you feel like you want to do a bachelor degree, or maybe the type of stream that you want to go into, the career that you want to go into is only catered for in bachelor degree and not in diploma, or you know, whatever reasons that you have, you can still get a diploma, not a diploma, you can still get a high, say, okay, you can still get a bachelor degree even with your admission to diploma or higher certificate. What you have to do is do a higher certificate in whatever the stream is that you want to go into. Make sure that your certificate is very relevant to the stream that you want to go into. Or if it's not a higher certificate, do a certificate of some sort, some qualification of some sort. I'd say do a diploma as well, but I feel like a diploma would also not necessarily be a waste of time. But if you want to go into bachelor degree, then there's no point in starting with a diploma, because a diploma is 3 years. Of each bachelor degree nayo 3 years, you understand? So rather do that 1 extra year of a higher certificate or another certificate of some sort. Make sure that whatever the certificate that you're doing is, you do it from an accredited university or college, and make sure that your certificate itself is accredited. Okay, please guys, please don't allow yourself to be scammed. And then once you have done your higher certificate, you go to the matriculation board, they convert it for you. Oh, I also forgot to mention that it costs 180 rands. I'm not sure if it's still 180, but when I was going through my own process and my own things, it was 180 rands. Okay, so I checked their website and it says that the exemption fee for 2021 is 610. I think that mine was slightly less because my school did it for me, so it could be that maybe they paid the rest of the money, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they have to pay less because they are an institution and it was not just one person. I don't know, but those are the prices for now. But as I mentioned, all the information will be in the description box. Not necessarily the information, but the links where you can get the information. Maybe now it would be like 200, maybe 220 at most, because it was just a couple of years ago. But yes, you're gonna go to your matriculation board, pay the amount of money that you have to pay, and then they will convert your matric certificate. Not necessarily that they will change your marks and all of that, no, they'll just change the status of your matric certificate, and they'll give you kind of, what do they call it, there's a name for it, an exemption. I think they call it an exemption. Yeah, basically what an exemption does is it sort of works in the place of the marks that you obtained in matric. So instead of the university looking at your marks and all of that, they will look at the exemption. The exemption from the matric board will say, okay, this person is allowed to do a bachelor degree, and I'm not too sure how they do the whole thing, but yeah, universities are well aware of it. So yes, take your higher certificates to the matric board. They will convert the status of your matric certificate, and then you will be able to do whatever qualification that you want to do. And that is it for the video. I hope I explained everything properly, and if there's any more questions that you have, rather comment down below, and trust me, I will answer, because they're by inboxes and DMs. My inboxes and DMs on their own are a mess. Besides the whole matric exemption certificate thing, my inboxes are a mess. Okay, so just rather comment down below ask me whatever questions you have and I will reply to your questions. And that is it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For my regular subscribers, guys, I am back, and like for every one of you, because I know you're gonna subscribe. But guys, I'm back back now. Like, I'm done being an inconsistent queen, okay? The girl is back. And that's not on that. That's on period. Bye guys, I love you all so much. Don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts, _mojalefa on Twitter and not Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram at _mojalefa and _mojalefa on Facebook, but I'm really not active on Facebook at all, so you'll be wasting your time. Snapchat, Jenna, let's not even talk about it, okay? Petunia if you're interested, Petunia. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video on Thursday, I promise. Bye guys, happy Valentine's Day, since some of y'all not gonna get it, and some of y'all